Okay, we have a heater today, ladies and gentlemen. We get to hear from Stephen Jones at the NFL Combine, and he's actually giving us some answers as it pertains to the Dallas Cowboys and how we're going to be moving going forward. Let's go ahead and take a listen to these snippets and take a look at some quotes that actually give us some great insights into some answers concerning the offensive line and much more. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular. All right, let's go ahead and take a listen to this first snippet in which he's talking about fan apathy. All right.
Emotion. I mean, apathy is what you don't want, and certainly we understand the emotion.
Damn right we don't want apathy
involved, and we want our fans to love our team, and we also want them to have emotion when we, don't deliver great results, which 7-10 is not acceptable from our viewpoint, and the lack of success in the postseason is certainly something that's frustrating for us as well that we want to do something about.
I don't believe you, Steven. Make some moves in offseason, do some trades or something, get some impact guys in here, then maybe we'll talk about whether or not you're mad about postseason success. I don't believe you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have this year's version of the all-in quote, and this time it's not from Jerry. It looks like Steven's going to be the one falling on the sword this offseason.
We're going to look at everything we can. We're going to be selectively aggressive. We obviously, there's things in this league you have to, you have certain amount of resources they allow you to have, and we'll look at that.
Look, there he is.
Look, improve our football.
He is fighting for his life not to say something about the He is fighting for his life not to say the word salary cap, bruh. He know we tired of hearing him talk about the salary cap. He's fighting for his life not to say it. Oh my God, Steven.
Football team, not try. We're going to improve our football team. And,
you're damn right. You better.
We expect to have success next year.
Man, he was fighting. Listen to this again.
But we're going to look at everything we can. We're going to be selectively aggressive. We obviously.
Here it is, selectively aggressive. That's the part of that quote you need to hang on to. So if we don't see any moves this offseason that resembles anything that looks like aggression, Stephen Jones lied to us. And usually Stephen ain't the one that lies to us. Usually it's Jerry that'll get up there and start pushing flowers up your asshole. Stephen is the one that's going to tell you the truth, and you usually just don't like what he has to say. But he'll usually tell you, hey, yeah, I'm trying to pinch some pennies. I ain't about to do a damn thing. So he says selectively aggressive. Let's see. But look how hard he's trying to fight from saying salary cap, though. He knows we don't want to hear. Look at that look on his. He know damn well we don't want to hear salary cap come out of his damn mouth.
Things in this league you have to, you have certain.
There's things in this league you have to. How am I gonna? There's a salary.
Amount of resources they allow.
Certain amount of resources. There we go. He said everything but salary cap. That's hilarious. All right, now we have another quote, and this is when he was asked if they have any regrets about doing more to improve their roster last offseason. This one's probably going to irritate some people.
Trying to think the best way to say this. But.
As soon as y'all heard, I'm going to tell you right now, man. I'm going to put y'all on game, bro. The people that can't stand the Joneses, the people that just can't stand Steven. Yeah, if y'all can't stand, as soon as y'all heard him say, trying to figure out the best way to say this, you should have just tapped out the video. You should have instantly clicked out because nothing was going to follow but rage, because he was trying to figure out how he's going to say something he knows is going to piss the common man off. I'm just let y'all know now, man. Y'all got to start picking up on these cues. Steven tried to let you know. Click off of this video right now. This is the point you should escape if you don't want to get mad from Steven.
I'm not making.
There's a second one.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, that was the second one. He didn't even finish his damn sentence. He said, I'm not making an excuse. At the end of the day, that is your second warning that you should have clicked out the video if you didn't want to be mad at Steven today.
No excuses, but, when you have the injuries we had, it's difficult. So, you just...
Steven, you know why those injuries are even more difficult, Steven? You know why those injuries are even more difficult? Because you didn't sign anybody to take the place of the dudes that got injured, Steven. Oh, my gosh, bruh. Give your team some freaking depth, man.
That makes it hard. And we're going to obviously look at everything we do in terms of, how we go about making this team better.
Right. You should.
How we improve the roster.
I hope so.
You always look for ways to improve.
Okay, I hope you are. Yep. Yep, company line. He followed the company line on the last couple answers. Very, very interesting quote pieces there from Stephen Jones as it pertains to those different questions and answers that he gave. What I took from that, selectively aggressive. That's the only thing I took from it. He gave us our all-in quote. A lot of y'all won't let that all-in quote go. That time, yeah, he completely stepped in it. He just said, overall, the Cowboys are going to be selectively aggressive as it pertains to this offseason. Now, when we look back at it, selectively aggressive could have been like, oh, we selected Micah Parsons and Osa Odigizua to pay big contracts to. So we felt like we were being pretty aggressive and believing in these guys. So we gave them these No. Don't start playing those semantics, man. Y'all know what we mean. That is not what anybody is thinking when you say selectively aggressive. We better see some selectively aggressive moves made to make this Cowboys team nominally better, bro. We got to see some improvement. Now, we got a couple of other quotes I want to get to because it actually kind of indicates to us what the offensive line is going to look like next season. Here's the first quote right here. So those of y'all that want Terrence Steele gone, he's not going anywhere. Terrence Steele is going to be on this team. He's not getting cut or any of that, okay? Obviously, we got Terrence Steele signed. I think he's going to play much better in this system with Clayton Adams. Jones was asked why he believes Steele will excel with the new coaching staff. Clayton has watched all of the tape on him and just really loves him, Jones said, referring to the Cowboys' new offensive coordinator. Terrence's strong point is his run blocking. If we do what I think Shotty and Clayton are going to do offensively, which is an even bigger focus on the run, that's going to help Steele. Clayton is very fired up, and so is Connor about what Terrence can do. Ooh-wee! I love this. We're getting some clarity on what the Cowboys are really going to be prioritizing this offseason. So it sounds like to me, maybe the offensive line isn't nearly as big of an issue as people think, especially when Steven gave us this answer as it pertains to Cooper Beebe and Brock Hoffman and what they're going to do with Zach Martin leaving. Stephen Jones was asked about it, and his answer suggested that head coach Brian Schottenheimer and his staff would consider shifting Beebe back to guard, where he played in college, under new offensive line coach Connor Riley, and use Brock Hoffman at center. All right, and that honestly is probably going to be maximizing those two guys because you're going to be putting those guys back in the positions that are more so their natural positions where they're kind of been training at for the larger part of their adult lives, right? Brock Hoffman is more of a natural center than he is a guard. Cooper Beebe is more of a natural guard than he is a center. So you switch those guys around, and then you fix the inside of your line with Tyler Smith, Brock Hoffman, and Cooper Beebe. Clearly going to be keeping Terrence Steele, so that's clearly still your right tackle, and I doubt they're going to move off of Tyler Guyton right now. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Our starting 5 offensive linemen has been decided. There will be no Josh Simmons picks. There will be no Will Campbell picks. There will be no Kelvin Banks picks for the Dallas Cowboys in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. That is what we learned from these two quotes. They pretty much are set on the starting 5 that they want to go into the season with, unless they were to bring in a free agent like a Will Hernandez to play right guard, and then you keep Cooper Beebe at center for that second season, whatever it may be. But it doesn't seem like offensive line is a huge worry for the Cowboys. So very, very good, interesting answers there from Stephen Jones. Surprisingly, I can't believe I'm saying that. And when asked about Micah Parsons' contract, Stephen Jones had this to say, quote, "There are always extenuating circumstances to these things. Every contract negotiation is different. We'll just see how Micah's deal goes. I don't necessarily know that there's a lot of extenuating situations out there that would prevent us from getting our hands around something with Micah, but we'll see." On free agent defensive tackle Osa Odigizua, he said, quote, "We're certainly working with him right now, working with his agent, have had productive talks. We'll see where we end up this week." Ooh, that sounds kind of interesting. What extenuating circumstances could the Cowboys be talking about? Could some of the unpredictability I've been talking about with the Micah Parsons and some of the behavior of Micah Parsons come into play when a front office is deciding whether or not to give a guy $200 million? See, y'all thought I was crazy when I brought up that the Jones family were going to have a little bit of consternation as it came to paying Micah, especially when he was giving live updates as far as the progress of their contract talks. I don't see what extenuating circumstances that could possibly be outside of them just having some doubts about wanting to pay him, because if we're being completely honest, it opens up salary cap space to pay Micah Parsons, so it ain't the salary cap restrictions. Micah has already said he's willing to work with you guys, so it's not like he's being overly difficult. So the extenuating circumstances are coming on you guys' behalf, which means we got to start thinking, what could it possibly be preventing them from wanting to go ahead and dive both feet in with Micah Parsons when he's already made it clear? He's laid out the runway for them and let them know, I'm not going to make this hard for y'all. What could it be? Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Offensive line questions have been answered. And we kind of have an idea of how the Cowboys will be approaching this offseason. Selectively aggressive. We shall see. We shall see. Either way, how about them Cowboys? Peace.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still them boys.